what we started on last week, and we didn't have time to go through it all, was some of the arguments that non-Muslims use against polygyny, especially in the West. We're living in the UAE, and in the Muslim lands in general. This is something that is known, it's accepted, it's practiced, not as frequently or regularly probably as it used to, due to the influence of other cultures. But I mean, this is something that is known, and it's something that is sort of morally and socially acceptable, I suppose, to a certain degree. So in any case, so we'll try to tackle some of the arguments that a non-Muslim would use to Muslims who live in the West practicing polygyny. The first of them is that in the West, it depends on where you are, but overall in general, we have this thing called alternative lifestyle. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like a politically correct term for basically moral degeneracy. So you'd have homosexuality. This is a big thing now. This is now basically you're like weird if you're a normal heterosexual person. Homosexuality is big. In Europe recently there was an article in the paper of one of these Scandinavian countries that legalized animal brothels. Okay, you have something called polyamory, which is basically a group of men and women getting together and having an open relationship with each other, and that's more than one husband and wife, like several husbands and several wives, or several boyfriends and several girlfriends together in an open sort of relationship, and that's totally fine. You have all this acceptance of so-called alternative lifestyles.
Consenting adults.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you're consenting adults, but for some reason, I guess because you put the word Muslim in front of it or Islam in front of it, and everybody loses their mind when we say that instead of having these relationships that have no basis in terms of objective morality, when you think about it, when we say that we want to have nikah with one man to up to 4 women, then people sort of, wait, this is wrong, this is not right, why, how can you do this, this is oppressive, this is backwards, you Islamic Muslim men are misogynists, but the guy, this guy, non-Muslim man, who's got multiple girlfriends, or a married non-Muslim man who's got multiple mistresses, he's not a misogynist. He's doing, what's in his culture. Maybe they'd raise their eyebrows at it, but this is something that is known in their culture, and it happens, and it's quite common. That leads us to the next point, is that in most all European countries, I suppose, and all of the states in America, this is how we generally think of when we think of the West, that polygamy is illegal. It's not legal for you to have more than one marriage registered with the state. Whereas it's perfectly legal. In fact, it's not illegal at all in Europe, and not illegal in 29 out of 50 states in America for a married man, for adultery. Basically, adultery is not illegal in Europe or in over half of America. So an unmarried man can have any amount of girlfriends that he wants. Okay, even 100 girlfriends if he wants, if he can manage. Or a married man can have any amount of mistresses that he wants. It's not illegal, perfectly fine with it. Maybe it's something that it would be frowned upon in polite society or civil society, but it really depends on your preference. If that's something that that you're into and that you'd be willing to go for, then it's okay by them, because they live in a live and let live culture. There's no such thing as an objective morality to them. It's all relative. And that leads us to the next point, is that the nikah is not legally recognized as a marriage contract in these countries. So to them, it's as if this nikah between a man and a woman, where the person is the two of them are man and wife Islamically, it's as if they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Or if the man is married already, it's as if he has a wife and a mistress. Okay, so what's your problem again? You have no problem with adultery, with a married man having several mistresses, or an unmarried man having several girlfriends. So what's your problem with nikah?
Huda TV's social media sites are the best way to contact us from anywhere around the world. Stay connected with Huda TV's latest news and programs through Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Skype, and Instagram. It's fast and easy. Stay up to date with your favorite shows and scholars today. Huda TV, a light in every home.